Important that parents have access. So what is happening now, the protest outside and the protests that are happening right now, I believe to some extent are happening in the absence of information. So it's very important. One of the things I said tonight is that I hope that people will have the opportunity to speak to their local MPPs, to get information online about the new curriculum, and then have a chance to read the curriculum. I know that all the people outside and the people who are concerned about this love their children and want to protect their children. I know that's why they are protesting. And we live in a beautiful country where we all have the opportunity to protest. But we also all have the opportunity to get information. And so my hope is that they will take that opportunity to get information. The reality is that we are behind in terms of other provinces. Our curriculum is outdated. Other provinces have updated their curriculum, and results are being seen in other provinces in terms of young people not getting pregnant. The rate of teenage pregnancy going down because children have more information. We want to make sure that we have those same results here, that our children are protected and that they have access to information. The other thing that we need to recognize is that there is the opportunity in a situation like this, in an emotional and business where people can be manipulated as part of the political process. The reality is the protest that is being led out here tonight is being led by a conservative candidate. This is not a partisan issue. When people are shouting at me, no more liberals, that's not the point. The point is that this is about protecting our children, and I don't care who the Premier in Ontario was, whether it was a Liberal or a Conservative or a Democrat. This is the right thing to do, to make sure that we have updated curriculum to protect our children. The last thing we need is for parents not to have the information. The final piece of information that I gave to parents outside is that if at the end of the day, after parents have read the curriculum and they understand what's in it and they still don't agree and they still want to withdraw their children from school, they have the ability to withdraw their children from the class. And one of the things that's happening right now is that there are petitions that are being started. Petitions that say, we want the right to withdraw our children from class. I am 61, almost 62 years old. The whole time I have lived in this province, parents have had the right to withdraw their children from certain parts of the class. That has been a right that parents have had forever in this province. So parents need to understand that they have that right, and that right is something that has been in place for many, many, many years, and we uphold that right. So that is the kind of information that I want everyone to have. As we work to give children a strong start in life, we are also making sure at the same time that hardworking people can earn a fair wage, for example. That is part of building up our province as well. We have raised the minimum wage to $11.25 an hour in October, and it's why we passed legislation to schedule a regular annual increase tied to the Ontario Consumer Price Index. And we're looking out for seniors. You know, I talked about the continuum of life from childhood through retirement. Our government has undertaken a major initiative to ensure that everyone in our province has a secure level of income in retirement. And Mitzi Hunter is our Associate Minister of Finance, and she is leading that initiative. And she is talking to people all over the province, including businesses, to make sure that as we design the Ontario Retirement Pension Plan, that we do it in the best way possible to make sure everyone has the advantage. We know that more than 2/3 of Ontario's working population does not have a workplace pension plan, and that most of them don't have sufficient retirement savings. And that is a very big concern, and it should be a big concern for all of us. Because if we have a generation or 2 generations of young people working who are not able to save, they are going to be seniors in the future who will not be able to retire in security, and that becomes a problem for everyone. So we either set up a system now where people will have adequate opportunity to save, or we pay later, which is not the best way to go, because people are anxious throughout their work life. We're developing a Made in Ontario pension plan to help in that situation, to help people to retire with the peace of mind, knowing that they can count on retirement security. So as I do my job of working to build a fair Ontario, I want to thank you for being part of that. I know we don't always agree on every single issue, but I am so grateful for what you do in covering the issues that we are bringing forward, in having all of my colleagues on your radio stations, on your TV stations. You interview them for the newspaper, you interview me. Thank you, because that is the way we build a stronger society. Your work plays such an important role in helping me to stay connected to the stories that matter in our communities across the province, just as it does for your millions of readers, viewers, and listeners. Your contributions are helping us to ensure that everyone from every community and at every age can enjoy the opportunity and security that Ontario offers, the opportunity and security that brought us all here in the first place. So thank you very, very much, and once again, thank you for joining me and my colleagues.